Welcome to Lesson 05, the closer for Stage 01, and the one where we finally make Debian feel like home. The shell is where you'll spend the next 20 years, so we're going to tune it once properly, .file cascade, fleet-wide environment through etc., profile, locale, and time zone the Debian way, and a working set of aliases and functions that actually pay rent. After this, Stage 01 closes and we move into services. First thing to nail down. Bash loads different files depending on how the shell starts. SSH-in, console login, or sudo-i. That's a login shell. And its sources, etc. profile, then profile. Open a terminal in your desktop, a tmux pane, a subshell, interactive non-login, and that runs etc. bash, then bashark. Debian's default DAO profile sources, bashark. So login shells get the lot. When you're not sure which one you're in, shop login shell tells you straight. Once you know which file runs when, the next move is scaling that knowledge across every box you own. That's where etc. profile earns its keep. At login, profile loops over every readable .h in there and sources it. Drop a numbered file, get fleet-wide path and environment for free. 00 handles path first, 10 handles env vars. 99 wins any override fight. Ansible pushes them, Debian sources them, every user inherits them, no per home copying ever. Speaking of fleet-wide concerns, locale is the next one that bites. Default Debian ships with only inwest.utf-8 generated. So the moment you need Hungarian content or Japanese collation, you have to generate them yourself. Interactively, dpkg reconfigure locales gives you the TUI. Tick what you need. Pick a default. LocaleGen runs on exit. For Ansible, skip the TUI. Append to @suras LocaleGen. Run LocaleGen. Then update locale to set lang and the lsof variables. And that Perl warning everyone's seen? It's just a locale referenced in env but never generated. Generate it, log back in, done. Time zone follows the same pattern. dpkg reconfigure adds data still works. TUI, pick continent and city. It updates etc. time zone. Relinks etc. local time, notifies daemons. But on modern Debian, reach for time detectel set time zone Europe, Budapest. One command, immediate effect, scriptable. Verify with time detectel status, and you'll see local time, UTC, NTP state, and crucially, RTC and local TZ. No, keep the hardware clock in UTC always. DST transitions will thank you, and your logs render in local time for humans anyway. Now, aliases. Drop this file into etc. profile as 99 team aliases -h, and every login shell on every host inherits the same muscle memory. Navigation shortcuts, ls with human sizes, rm and cp with e as a safety net, color on grep and diff, and agu for the full update upgrade dance, jc and jif for service logs, ports for what's listening, and the usual git 4-pack. Pick what fits your team, drop the rest, but ship it fleet-wide identically. That's the whole trick. Aliases hit a ceiling the moment you need an argument or a branch. Functions take over from there. Same delivery mechanism. Drop them in profile D alongside the aliases. 5 that earn their keep daily. mkcd to create and enter in one stroke. Extract to stop memorizing tar flags. Back up that timestamps in place. Straight out of the Lesson 01 4-step rule. Port check to answer who's on this port, and whether, because morale matters too. Now to the muscle memory layer. Install bash completion as a separate package. It's not on by default. And suddenly apt. system.ptl and SSH all complete against real package names, unit files, and known hosts entries. Then tune history for forensics. 10,000 in memory, 20 on disk. ISO timestamps via histime format. Ignore both to kill duplicates, and the histappened plus history-al combo, so 4 tmux panes don't clobber each other. When the auditor asks what engineer X ran at 14:23 last Tuesday, you'll have the answer. Now the prompt itself. The default is functional but anonymous. Every host looks the same, which is exactly how you ref the wrong box. Drop a 50 prompt. H in at such profile.d. Read a one-line at such Dargslan env file and case switch the color. Red for prod, amber for staging, green for dev. Ansible writes the env file per host group. The prompt picks it up at login. 5 minutes of setup, and your eyes do the safety check before your fingers do. Before we close, the gotchas, 5 things that have bitten everyone in this room at least once. Number 1 is the classic. Edit your bash arc. SHN, alias missing. SSH is a login shell. Its source is profile, not bashark, directly. 2, locale warnings on every apt run. Generate before you set, never the other way around. 3, aliases can't take arguments. The moment you want, deploy API, convert to a function. 4, Tmux panes clobbering history. Why is it happened plus history in prompt command fixes it. And 5, etc. Skell only seeds new users. For fleet-wide changes, etc. profile.d is the answer. And with that, stage 01 is closed. 6 lessons, 1 coherent foundation, philosophy and roadmap. Install, apt, file system, identity, and now the shell you'll actually live in. Your VM boots, it's patched. You know where files land, who can do what, and the prompt feels like yours. Stage 02 is where it earns its keep, systemed, networking, DNS, storage, cron, logging, services on top of a foundation that won't shift under them. Foundation laid, 4 checkboxes, 1 working operator. Next up in lesson 06, systemed on Debian, unit file anatomy, the override hierarchy between etc. and lib, drop-ins done right, timer units replacing cron, and journal COVL as your new default lens. Stage 02 starts there. See you in the next one.